When I think of ding dong, I think of a doorbell ringing. However, a ding dong can also be a silly or foolish person. So are you going to be foolish by using the ding dong in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands? Or is it going to ring a bell that lights you to dominating your enemies? What's up, YouTube? Zero here. And today, I have a Torgue gun review of the ding dong in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. In this video, I'll go through the overview of the ding dong that you're seeing in this video. Then I'll get into some more gameplay. I'll talk about the pluses and minuses of the ding dong. Then at the end of the video, I'll get into fate or hate. Is the ding dong fated to be in the Fate Maker's inventory, or are you going to hate it and should you trash it immediately? Before I get into it, I do want to say if you do enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more Tiny Tina's Wonderlands content. I do a bunch of other role-playing games, so feel free to check those out as well. Without further ado, let's get into the overview of the ding dong. So yes, I am using an uncommon version of the ding dong, and I have the Empowering Dingdong of Stamina. This is the volatile version. The damage is at 334. I already mentioned that this is a Torgue gun. The accuracy is at 68%, handling is at 60%. Reload time's at 2.8 seconds, fire rate's at 3.84 per second, and the magazine size is at 30. This is enchanted on action skill start, increase spell damage by 40% for 10 seconds. This actually has minus 21% gun accuracy, but plus 15% fire rate and plus 15% reload speed. It also has 101 area damage radius and has a 3.3 times zoom. If you take a look at the gun, it also looks absolutely awesome. It looks like we have a picture of Ned Flanders at the end of the gun, which is awesome. Probably isn't, but it looks like Ned Flanders. And it also reminds me of Fallout. I don't know why, it just looks like a nuclear type camo, so it reminds me of Fallout. But without further ado, let's get into the ding dong. So like most Torgue guns, it has two fire modes, impact or sticky. I prefer the sticky fire modes because the more sticks you get on an enemy, when they explode, it deals exponential damage. While you do have to wait a few seconds for your stickies to explode, dealing that exponential damage can be crucial, especially on the higher chaos levels, for getting through enemies quicker. So I do love the fact that you can either deal the impact or sticky damage with not just the ding dong, but most Torgue weapons. So that's an absolute benefit. Now, the ding dong, you have a semi-automatic fire, which can be annoying, particularly because it's 30 rounds per mag. So the ammo doesn't deal a lot per shot. You're going to have to stick your enemy a lot to get a lot of that exponential damage. On top of that, being semi-auto, it is a little bit harder to hit some of the faster moving enemies. The enemies that are maneuvering the battlefield very quickly, you can have a tendency to miss some of that sticky ammo. While it is easier to hit bosses, of course, they're bigger targets and they don't move as much, so that is nice. Some of the quicker enemies in some of the other chaos rounds can be a little bit harder to hit. However, the exponential damage is still nice from the ding dong, and it is a relatively easy gun to use. Now, if you are not just pulling the trigger non-stop, but if you take your time and pull the trigger more slowly, you can hit targets with ease. But me, I'm just trying to pull the trigger to get as many stickies on my enemy as possible. Of course, enemies like the Bloomp are easier to hit because they're big and slow moving, so you can get a lot of stickies on those type of enemies. On top of that, it does have an area effect damage, so groups of enemies you can deal damage to in relatively high volumes, especially again in the chaos rounds that have hordes of enemies barreling towards the Fate Maker. I do like this zoom on this AR. You can get multiple zooms. I've had this zoom on several Torgue guns, and I do enjoy it, particularly on this gun, so that's nice as well. You can fire from a little bit longer ranges. Being a semi-auto, it does make it easier to fire from those longer ranges. So this gun is more of a longer range gun. I wouldn't get into close combat with it. So if you're a close combat player, I would absolutely stay away from this gun. So now that we've talked about the pluses and minuses of the Dingdong, let's get into Fate or Hate. Is this fated to be in the Fate Maker's inventory, or are you going to hate it and should you trash it immediately? Before I do say what my opinion is, let me know in the comment section what your opinion of the Dingdong is if you've used this gun yet. What's your favorite Torgue gun in this game? Now, this gun does have a lot of pluses and also a lot of minuses. Torgue guns in general are great in this game, and while this isn't the best Torgue AR, the Encapsulator is my favorite in the Torgue AR category. This is still a decent gun and outclasses most ARs in the game. So I'm going to fate this. But let me know in the comments section what you think of this gun. Again, it's not the best AR, but it does outclass a lot of ARs in the game. And I would give this a shot if you haven't already. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, peace.